Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols weekly live stream. I'm your host, Erika, the live services manager for Crusaders and the community manager for Codename Entertainment, and I'm joined by the lead artist on the game, Kat.
Hello.
And we've got Jay back on the C&E Games account this week, grabbing your questions, running the raffles, and modding chat. So we'll be starting with the Magra coloring sheets this week.
Yeah. So, a number of people put effort into having the light do something, which I appreciate. I know lighting is very difficult, especially for, beginners or people who don't do a lot of coloring. So all this little rim light stuff looks real good. And also we got a little squiggles in the back, just waiting for his time in the spotlight. It's pretty good. Oh, this one has an interesting effect. Mostly in the face. It's this I want to call it pillow shading because that's what it was way back in sprite forums. But I'm not really sure how that happened. But it looks neat. It makes it very soft. And I like the red lights. It's a fun take on it. Everything is just rosy colored. And he's a very colorful, all of the colors.
He's gone super demonic there.
Yeah, it's like Aztec, maybe? I'm not quite sure what it reminds me of, but I like it. I like his head specifically. It's, yeah. It's a lot, but it works.
Yeah, no, it does work together.
Yeah. And another one, I think by the same person, just changing some of the stuff. Still very colorful. I like the tail this time.
Mm-hmm.
That toxic green on the end looks really good. Ooh. I like the purples that they chose for his overall body colors with the little bits of tan. Looks really good. And again, doing some glowing on the light. Very nice. And here's one with his official colors. A little bit of light glow. Yeah. Looking good. And a very simple one on one of the simplified ones. But, always happy for participation. Makes it look a little bit like it's just like a crummy backdrop with the gray behind, so it's just one curtain.
Right, he's just in a studio with one curtain up.
Yeah.
Rocking his ninja outfit.
Oh, wow, okay. The light in this one, so much texture and little
dust particles.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. An orange tiger this time. Yeah, that's interesting as well. With a very bright blue. And a simple one with basically just 4 or 5 colors. Yeah. Makes his suit stand out really nicely.
Yeah.
And here's a real media one. Looks like watercolor to me. Yeah. I think that's the shiny silver that person has. I'm sure it looks really cool in person. Shiny pigments are so hard to pick up on scanners or photos, so.
Yeah.
But looks really good. And here's a full chain again, really going at it with the extreme lighting, just super interesting. And also having one more or less from the front. Yeah. Lots of rim light and then front light, and it's a very complex lighting setup. And it works really well. And it makes him look really mysterious because you can't really make him out that well. It's cool.
Yeah.
I super appreciate it. Lighting is hard. Here's a nice red and white. And they went through the effort of recoloring a bunch of the lines in places. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's golden tooth. And very pixelated, but still going and doing lighting. Always still appreciated, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last one. So thanks everybody for participating and showing off your ringleaders. I just saw ringleader going in the chat, so I had to say it. Anyway, today gonna be doing something a little silly. And I hope you all like it. Now, of course, you can ask Erika all of your questions.
So yeah, it looks like the raffle keyword is ringleader.
Mm-hmm.
So you can type that into chat if you want to be entered for a chance to win 5 runic chests. We've got the regulars in chat. We've got Green Samurai, the Nautical Menace, JS Random Numbers, Leptimus, Stormcrow, Kedgear, Bungabunts, Lexi Not Worth the Effort, Gurunge, Rafsio. Leptimus says, Squiggles belongs to this environment, the circus coloring sheets.
It's true.
Very true.
It's his home.
The Nautical Menace says, they're so glad they got Hildur to have all of her epic gear. Congratulations.
Nice.
Nice. The Templar asks, what's up? And thank you for the chests.
Oh, not too much. You know, it's first thing in the morning for us.
Yeah. It's December, that's true. We were just discussing getting ready for Christmas break. It's coming up so soon.
Yeah.
Bavarian. Great drawing, and tigers are pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. My Kyaru, I was told to ask this. If Exterminator has a time reduction rune because time travel, why doesn't Priestess of Time? That's the mission reduction rune you're talking about? That's just, I went through the Crusaders added by seat, and I just staggered the mission reduction runes by like a little formula of how many Crusaders there were and how many I wanted in the wild. And it just ended up that it popped onto Exterminator as their mission rune of variety of the mission runes that we have on offer. So, the Nautical Menace. When can we get other ways to get red rubies? 2021. Yeah, we've got the talents, we've got the Neat Before Christmas event, and then we've got Christmas break. And after Christmas break is immediately Pool Party and Season 3 and Carnage Cup. So, ruby things will be after that. Green Samurai. What kind of costs can we expect for capping new talents? Can people with massive idol counts expect to cap them on day one, or will they be extra grindy? Still playing with the final costs on the talents, but probably a few players will be able to cap them out because they have stupid crazy amounts of idols day one, unless we add an extra mechanic. But since we're only doing a couple tier 8 talents along with the rest of the tier 7 talents, the cost will still be relatively in line with what's already there. Dragon Slayer 96. I wonder, any plans for the vacation coming up? Well, I mean, it's all COVID-y stuff, right? So it's probably just staying at home for the 2 weeks the office is closed, yeah?
Yeah, play a lot of games, do a lot of drawing. That's my plan anyway.
Yeah. Maybe tackle the Steam library, I don't know. Or, no, I have Rhythm of War sitting there. I really want to start reading it. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Oralis says their Magra was missed. Was it on the Twitter?
Oh, I might have missed grabbing it. Yeah, Erika, if you find it, you link it in Mattermost. I can look at it real quick.
What the hell, Twitter? You won't let me look at the... Huh. Gee, that'd be one reason to, like, log in, apparently. 'Cause... Huh. Where's the last thing we did that had our coloring sheet tag on it? There we go. Sparkle Cat. Where do you find the link again? There we go. Haha, found it. There's the Magra.
Alright, just a moment. I'll just have to show it on Twitter, but oh, yes, very nice sparkles. Thanks for letting us know that we missed it. I'm sorry about that. I must have forgot to do an extra Twitter look. But rest assured, any other ones that get missed, I put into the folder for the next week, even when they're, the wrong sheet or whatever, because I don't want to miss ones. I like that there's like gradients in the gold parts. Makes it look extra shiny. Yeah, looking real good. Thank you.
So, Kedgear, hello. I've heard that some of the uncapped talents are going away. Will all of them go, or will we have something to spend extreme amounts of idols on? So I was planning on capping all of them except the Crusader level 1, because that seems to be the one you guys don't mind having uncapped, because it does manage to give you a kind of a big boost and is a total idol sink. So that's gonna stay. But now you won't have to scroll back up to the tier 1s and see all these uncapped talents. Fly by Moon. Can't believe it's December. Remember 12 years ago when 2020 started?
Oh, man.
It's definitely been a year.
I don't like thinking about the beginning of the year. It's sad. There's all this potential.
Well, it's also, COVID's existed for a year. Yay!
Yeah.
Not worth the effort. If Kat was making a magical girl crusader, does that mean she was always going to make it, or did my constant nagging get to her? I just said the Christmas Crusader's female. I didn't confirm anything else so far.
Still not going to confirm nor deny.
Kedgear, never make a magical girl crusader. Let that one guy suffer. That's just mean. We do like magical girl crusader idea, so one will show up eventually.
Yeah. And I would say the persistence definitely helps, but it also helps that it's like, a concept that I'm not gonna poo-poo immediately.
Yeah.
There are some ideas where it's like, that's nice, and then I just ignore it. But I do like getting ideas from you guys,
Yeah. Looks like Susan had time to join us this morning. Nice to see you, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Maikeru, okay, that's fair. Next question, can we get an orc or orc skin? And by orc, I mean alien orc with projectiles. Warhammer 40k with the serial number filed off.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know anything about Warhammer, really.
Yeah, I like the idea of an orc alien, because that's a tag combo we haven't done before, but I wouldn't know anything about Warhammer 40k either to make it a fun parody of that. I think it would just be all original.
Yeah. I have a couple friends that are kind of into Warhammer, I think. I could ask them. I know there's some bonkers stuff like I think it's the orcs that are actually really powerful psychics. So they have beliefs that are really stupid, but they believe so hard that they come true. Like painting their spaceships red makes them faster.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Looks like beatings galore won the giveaway.
Congrats.
Congrats. GOG Raven, if you're trying to redeem the code in Idle Champions, it's not going to work for you. This is a Crusaders of the Lost Idols code only. X-Laid, what amount of idols do you deem being stupid crazy amount of idols? Well, last you guys filled me in, you guys were all in like the E17, E18 range. So anything over E22 at this point would probably be still pretty big, because I know the bonuses are that good on the dungeons, but there are the points to chase this season too. Fly by Moon. Could there be a way to merge all runes of the same level at the same time? Yeah, we do still have some improvements we want to make to the rune screen, including crafting some lower level runes faster. It just didn't make it out with launch, and we'll get to that as soon as we get everything else off our plates. The Nautical Menace. Thank you for the info. I've completed all the main campaign objectives in all tiers. Also, goodbye Adobe Flash. I know. They finally did it. It's after, years of telling us Flash is going to die. It's finally dying.
Farewell.
Not worth the effort. What area will we have to reach to unlock the tier 8 talents, like area 10,000 or something? No. Tier 7 is 2,700, right? So tier 8 is only going to be like 3,000 or 3,600 in that area. The Templar for a 5th rune slot for a Crusader like Casey. Can it be a chance to double the reward regardless of mission? Right now some have it to double EP. The 5th rune slots will not be mission related. I mean, that would be 2 mission runes on a Crusader. The 5th rune slots will likely be buffing upgrades on the Crusader. Snow White Tiger. Oh, so if we're slow at coloring, you're okay to get old ones. For, we're on sheet 33 this week, right? Something like that. For like the past 10 or 12 weeks, we've opened it up to, you can submit any old coloring sheet, preferably a recolor if you had submitted a sheet before. But yeah, you can submit any coloring sheet we've done for the current week of challenges, in addition to the new coloring sheets.
Yeah, whether you were a little bit slow, or you just didn't really care for this week's sheet and wanted to go back and do one you missed, or literally any reason. Like, I just encourage coloring, and I will show off whatever you give me.
Yeah. If you are submitting old sheet, you want to submit it to the current Reddit thread or Twitter with the current hashtag, just so we know which one to count it with. It's like, oh, also you can't go back and post on threads older than 6 months on Reddit, so there's that too. So yeah, just make sure you post it with the current coloring tags, and we'll count any old sheet. 24 Brown, in your opinion, who is the very best and the very worst Crusader? Answer to both is Mindy.
Yeah, that makes
Oh
sense.
man. Yeah, no, the answer to both is Mindy. And that's more from the dev side than the player side.
Player side, she's the best. Dev side, she's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. Sippleman, uncapped talents going away. Good news. As I said last stream, I love to have caps and goals. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Goals. Dragon Slayer 96. With how fast we can get idols in dungeons now compared to before, would there be new talents coming faster to each other from now on? I was thinking I would do faster, smaller batches. Aim for 2021 to do that, but we'll see. You still have to have ideas for talents, obviously. And who says dungeons will continue to be a good source of idols? It could always change. But yeah. For 2021, I do want to try and do smaller batches more frequently of talents. Get a better cadence going. COVID kind of messed up 2020 plans. It's just a fact. Passion fruit. In a previous Q&A, you said it would be either the magical girl or a robot present for Christmas. Yes, either. Snow White Tiger. If persistence helps, shouting out the idea of the Selkie Crusader again.
Selkies are cool.
Selkies are cool. Bellcac210. Hello, Erika and Kat. Any news on the Mama's Monster buff? We'll try to get that out with the talent update. GSR. Reminder that you promised Mindy too. Yes, I did promise Mindy too. Eventually. Leptimus says, oh, the Dark Helper.
Yo, she was actually really fun to draw. She's really cute.
Yeah, she does have a distinct look, so it's like easy to find her. Sally Yang shots. Are you guys open to reviewing some old talents for this talent review? There are some talents that need love. Cheer Swad, Omni Clicking. Aside from capping the uncapped talents, I hadn't planned on doing more. Omni Clicking doesn't cause as much lag if you actually turn off the clicking effects. I hardly notice it, except if it's critting when I have it max level. But we are going to do a lag pass at some point because there have been some increased reports from players with launcher lag, although they are on older computers, like so we'll see what we can do, but older computers just aren't going to run the launcher as well. Michigan, y'all, I missed it. Huh? Missed what? Question, double chance runes doesn't work enough. Please increase. I'm happy with the double chance runes. It's kind of like in another idle game I'm playing. It's only a 2% chance that my mission rewards will double, but I'm really happy when it does double and kick in. And it happens more frequently than I expect for such a low chance. Fly by Moon says, most of the orcs' weapons work only for them because they believe that tube with trigger attached is a firearm. Also, some of their spaceships are just hollowed out meteors with engines.
Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the Warhammer stuff.
Yeah. Not worth the effort. If we do get a Xander plushie skin, I got my custom plushie guy on hold.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Well, if you do get a custom plushie, feel free to share it with us.
Yeah, we'd definitely love to see that.
Prismatic Vortex. I want a Sharksader. Sharky go burr.
Sharks are cool.
Sharks
I
are
like
cool.
Sharks.
Fly by Moon. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Give Robo Santa a magical girl costume.
I guess that would solve something.
Something, yeah. The request for the Robo Santa skin and the magical girl Crusader being added. That's fair. Lexi Ree, so looking at a talent update next week. Next week is what the aim is, otherwise it'll be with the Christmas event. Just one big happy update. Kat, thanks for the coloring sheets in this crazy year, and Erika, game has been a lifeline too. Aw.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, part of the reason of starting the coloring sheets was to hey, just chill out and de-stress.
Yeah.
Green Samurai, what the heck is Chris doing to Frosty?
Frosty's a giant snowball. They have to attack the other side. They must win.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's the snowball fight coloring sheet, and I did mention that we could use Frosty when we were spitballing what we should do for it, and then apparently Frosty became a projectile.
Yeah. I don't know. It just came to mind, and I decided it was great. And that was the direction I was going.
Yeah. It'll be fun to see how players color this one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Xlade, the problem is that with such a low % chance for a double reward, it's often better to simply use a lower mission duration and get more of said mission earlier. Fair. Passion Fruit, what is the other idle game that you're playing? So Firestone Idol. Although I think I'm almost at my limit, because it's I haven't done an update in 2 months. I'm in the top 25 on Kong of power of all time, actually. I was
Wow.
I'm surprised. And yeah. It's just there. It's just something I click on. Just numbers go up. At least it's not like all the mobile versions that are just watch an ad idle game. And there's only X hours of offline progress. So if you're not checking back every X hours, then you're not being efficient enough. It's oh, you're asking too much, idle game. Simple Man, am I holding the world record in most idols with least completed main objectives on Steam? 1.5 million idols with 4 Steam achievements. I mean, probably, because that would be a super grind to get to 1 million idols without having any bonus boss idols unlocked. Most players definitely go for that as a real good source of idols. And I'm surprised you're still tackling event objectives so well. You probably will get stalled by the tier 6 stuff, because you do need those objectives completed to do the tier 6 stuff. So, Green Samurai, are there new starter packs coming too? Yeah, we are going to be doing more Crusader starter pack DLC. Burpee Officer, for all my levels, I rely on Sasha the Fierce Warrior for 99% of my DPS. Am I doing something wrong? No, in the early game, it's really dependent on who you've got gear for. and who you can make work in the formations. So yeah, Sasha is a totally valid DPS. There's Emo, Prince Sal, Thalia was DPS for a while. Nate, if you can afford him. But yeah, if Sasha has gear and she's doing your DPS and it's enough to clear all the objectives, that's fine, right?
Yeah, there's not really a way to do it wrong. There's whatever works for you. Because especially with gear and stuff, it becomes fairly personalized.
Yeah, well, you can kind of do it wrong if you don't have your gold Crusaders in the formation. That does help, like, immensely. But yeah, no, like if they're blocked for some reason. Yeah, no. Sasha can be DPS in the early years. Fly by Moon. Changing Crusaders' places in formation is really stiff and clunky in the launcher. That's, like, most of the complaints so far have just been using buffs. No one's really complained about switching formations. I'd be interested if you put in a ticket with your computer specs, Fly by Moon, so we can see what processor and RAM you got going on. The Nautical Menace. The Dark Helper's so cute in this drawing.
Thank you.
Cassius, if we're going to put Crusaders in magical girl suits, what about someone like Natalie who'd hate it but use the powers very well? I mean, would she hate it?
I think she might hate it. I don't know. Natalie always seemed like a fairly serious, grumpy sort of person to me.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I that sort of sounds more like making magical girl skins for a bunch of existing Crusaders, which is like not impossible. Sort of makes me think of like making a Sentai team. I don't. Not necessarily gonna happen. But,
well, we add skins with effects, and then we just like say, hey, use this Sentai team to go forth and do battle. Get some extra bonus.
Yeah, you have to use these 6 Crusaders together all the time. It's like Voltron.
Yeah. Dragon Slayer 96. Can offline progress be a thing again, either from a talent or a tier 11? I know it was on mobile at one time. It was on mobile because obviously mobile devices, really small processors, you really don't want to leave phones on. But it was very sketchy offline progress, and players used it to cheese objectives, and we won't be bringing offline progress back, especially since there's no developer time to work on it.
Yeah, it's a pretty important thing.
Lexi Ree, someone in Facebook chat would like to see 12 days of codes for Christmas. Not worth the effort. Can we have an Italian plumber Crusader?
You know, maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. But that's just a human male.
Yeah.
Or is it? He does have, like, skins and stuff, doesn't he? Technically, he's magical when he eats his fire shroom. I don't know. We'll keep him, maybe. Slab McLartuge, good afternoon, morning. Do you have a range of idols in which the next round of talents will be relevant for purchase price, something like E14 to E30? They'll be roughly in line, well, all the new Tier 7 talents will be roughly in line with the existing Tier 7 talents, and then the Tier 8 talents will be a step up on pricing, but I'm still working out the costs. Not worth the effort. A Sentai team formation. Can they summon a giant robot on the boss level? Okay. It is the boss. They summon a special boss when they're in formation. Ha ha ha. Hallowbird85. How about a flying shark skin for Xiaolong as the skin reward for tier 6 pool party?
It's an idea.
Could be. Yeah. Bit of a change, but it's an idea. Fly by Moon. It's when you drag and drop Crusaders to formation slots. The one you're moving suddenly changes to the one in that slot already. Interesting. Stutter. Well, yeah, like I said, we'll be taking a lag pass at the launcher. But at least Adobe Air is consistent in being inconsistent across all computer types.
That's what you want to hear.
I know, right? Cassius. Kat, there are 3 sets of 3 in Sentai. Is that true? There are quite a few 3-person teams.
I don't know. I don't know enough. When I think of Sentai, I mostly think of like Power Rangers.
Yeah. Slab McLartuch, a Sharknado skin.
Alright, well, there are limits.
Wapumet. I would like the chat room on the launcher to alphabetize the members in chat to make it easier to see people. Also, the launcher has no /me emote, so I would like chat changes when you get to it. I think the main chat changes we would look at would be naming the rooms so you guys can find your friends from Armor and Facebook and Congregate. And there are some accounts, like if you were on mobile and then moved to Kong and now you're in the launcher, your name in chat is unknown. So we'd like to look into seeing how we can get you to be using the Codename Games name for that case. But I don't think the launcher supports /me because it's a totally separate chat room. Like it's just, that was something we could do in the browser version of chat, but not in the launcher. And then we'll look into how easy the other changes are. Mostly, I just want the game not to crash if chat's open. That would be nice.
That does sound like a higher priority.
And that's just, I think, making the amount of connections chat can receive higher, although we would still need to server restart. Yeah, they have to dig. They have to dig. Not worth the effort. If we ever get a magical girl crusader, I'll be forced to spam giant robot crusader next. Well, that one, the giant robot probably is unlikely to happen. No matter how much it gets spammed.
Yeah.
Jay says there is a decent amount of 3-person teams in magical girl anime.
Fine. Listen to the expert.
Sippelman, can you already get tier 6 Crusaders in missions? How many EP points do they need? The tier 6 Crusaders are not in the mission system yet. That was also something on the list for the talent update. To get the first ones in, and I don't know how much EP they're going to need, but it's going to be a lot. Yeah, the problem with a plumber skin is that Nindo really likes their cease and desist.
Yeah.
The raffle keyword is Snowball Fight for the chance to win 5 runic chests in our second and last raffle of the stream.
Very fitting.
Very fitting. Fly by Moon says there are no limits in Art Cat.
There are limits in game design.
Yes. Hardball UK, hope you all are keeping safe and thank you for the chest. Please keep safe during the holidays. Yeah.
Thanks, you too.
You too. Fly by Moon, a new magical girl themed event.
No.
Yeah, wow. Cassius, giant robot would be interesting to fit on screen. That too. He'd probably just have a foot or something. Halibird, Power Rangers Megazord for Superhero Spring. Probably not. Not worth the effort. Can we get a talent that enhances base Crusaders? Oh, the irony. Well, that was technically what bonus training was supposed to do. Add more levels to the base Crusaders. Well, the Crusaders in the early seats and make them usable, but that didn't really end up working as we expected. And not worth the effort. Is there going to be a stream on December 17th? That would be a no. I feel comfortable saying no on the 17th. So next week will be the last Crusader stream of the year. And then, yes, we're back in the office on January 4th, but I don't see us starting up streaming right away, just in case there's, like, any crunches, tech and art-wise, that we need to take care of, if we didn't plan carefully enough. But definitely, probably, well, we'll hope to start streaming again by the end of January. And I will be releasing the festive dinner coloring sheet today for you guys to try and get closer to 50 sheets on the speed buff. If you guys had done all 3 weeks in a row, you guys would have had the idle buff coinciding with possibly any other idle buffs that would have come out this year, but I don't think we're going to do that well on the coloring sheets. But after the festive dinner, if you guys are still planning to do your Discord sheet, I was going to have the last coloring sheet of the year be your Discord sheet bonus.
Yes, and I highly encourage community sheets. I think that's a super cool idea. Because I would like to go on holiday.
Yes, yes. Slamming Lartude. Someday soon, when sprint as a thing has run its course, I think the next generation of speed talent should be some small variation on phase skip, where on any given non-boss area, you have a small percent chance to skip to the next boss area immediately. Would be pretty easy to control, balance, and give meaningful upgrades to over various tiers. The Nautical Menace, the last stream of the year, next week. But have a well-deserved break from streaming and an amazing Christmas, you two.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
You too.
If you don't manage to catch us next week.
Happy holidays. Whatever you do.
Yes. But there will still be a Reddit Q&A on, what's that, Tuesday? That's the 15th. There will still be a Reddit Q&A on the 15th. Because I'm still here. And then on the 22nd, I do have to do some work-related things early in the morning, and then bugger off. Sippleman, why does bench slot 7 have 6 Crusaders, but all the others only 5? Why can't be Ian in slot 4 to make it 5 Crusaders there as well? Because Mindy is in slot 4, so Ian doesn't really compete with Mindy. But we wanted Ian to be with his friends from the Desert Bus crew, so we wanted to keep him in the base 20, so we're just like, yeah, he's gonna go in a low seat. And now that we've introduced 6 Crusaders per slot, that does open up possibilities for putting 6 Crusaders on other slots, especially since you guys seem to want another propagator. But also, not everyone has the Desert Bus Crusaders, so, speed people still have 5 Crusaders on some seats. Or only 4, if they don't own the original Desert Bus Crusaders. Not worth the effort. Best Xmas gift would be the Tier 8 talent cancel mission. Yeah, the mission screen revamp won't be happening for the end of the year, but definitely on tap for 2021. Oh wow, Leptimus ran the raffle. Congrats.
Congrats.
So this weekend's weekend buff is Icy Sneaking, with buffs to Jason, Shadow Queen, the Princess, Xigalix, and Amani, and a golden cape for Jason. But the buffs to Xigalix and Imani should make things fun for most players. Expression on Nate's face when Frosty incoming. Oops.
I don't know about you, but I'd panic at that much snow hurtling my direction.
Oh yeah. And you know, Chris is an elemental, so they've got super strength, yeah, probably. So it's gonna come fast.
And Frosty does not seem to be a willing participant, so there's going to be stick arms waving frantically.
Invento Cav. Help the newbie. What does it mean when the boss is surrounded by a red outline, or when enemies are facing the opposite direction? Well, the red outline means it's powering up and getting stronger. The enemies facing the opposite direction is just a graphical glitch that can happen sometimes. CAD Gear, will Season 3 of the dungeons have any gimmicks, or maybe just a simple cap increase to zone 16,000 instead? Since it's so soon after break and involves the 5th slot rune edition, no crazy gimmicks with Season 3. But, you know, soon. Sippleman, do we know Bench stopped playing Crusaders and switched to Idle Champions? Well, both games from you, so yeah. I do know that Bench was still making Crusaders videos up for a while, which was impressive. But it does make sense that he would switch to Idle Champions at some point if he enjoyed it more than Crusaders.
I just remember somebody linking a video just a couple months ago or something where he tried some of the speed up stuff for the first time and he was just like laughing for 20 seconds straight because it looked so ridiculous.
Yeah, with the new speed changes, it was fun. Slab McLartuch. Ked, new gimmick. Every point bonus run decreases your idle count by 3%. Rough. Not worth the effort, so when are the uncapped talents getting capped? With the talent update. So, you know, very soon. 24 Brown, I love you guys. Please keep making your amazing videos.
Aww, thanks.
Yeah, we'll keep streaming because you guys keep watching.
Yeah, I mean, I really love streaming for you guys. I find this to be a lot of fun. We are taking a break for the holidays, but we'll definitely be coming back.
Mm-hmm. Vin Gummy, where are they being capped at? I was just gonna cap them at where they start getting expensive, aside from the magical training talent, which we'll leave uncapped. But and any levels over that would be refunded. Not worth the effort. Will the cap be based on the highest existing level? Yeah, I don't know if I would pull that from the stats, because obviously there are players with lots of idols out there who would like have maybe sunk into it. I'm not sure. We can do a double check on who's bought what and see, but yeah, there's like the point where the cost curve starts getting super crazy, so I was just planning on capping them there, aside from the magical training talent for the extra Crusader levels. GSR, what if some extra ultra bug happens and you aren't in the office? Something serious that would prevent us to play normally. That's why emails exist. So if you guys start flooding the Crusaders at codenameentertainment.com email with, oh my god, the game is broken and we can't play, then we do have people's cell phone numbers, so we can tag Kevin, or Justin can try and tackle it, or yeah, we will tackle it. We will find people and we will deal with the issue if it's like super crazy big.
Yeah, you are not completely abandoned.
Yes. It's not like, oh, it's 2 weeks of vacation, we're not going to check emails for 2 weeks. We'll try to troubleshoot if there's a super major flood of emails. Slab McLarchude says, I stopped buying talents entirely once they got in the E15 cost range, because even that was wasteful. Yeah. It's a fair point, but like the idols are just piling up, so I was like, maybe the players will go for the uncapped talents. Yeah, Maker is saying, it happened in the past where the game died during a holiday and they got it back and running. Kedgear, will there be any chance of Kevin joining one of these live streams at one point? No, he really doesn't want to be on a live stream. Not worth the effort. Email, hey Erika, everything's cool, relax. We are totally not getting more idols than usual on a glitch, so no need to have the game checked. Because that's not suspicious at all. Fly by Moon. Fun fact, in France it's illegal to make you read work emails during your vacation. Well, I don't think anyone's made to. It's just, Dave and Justin and Eric like to, keep an eye on the game because it's their company, it's all their babies, and it's like, so if they want to have peace of mind that like nothing's gone horribly wrong, they'll at least check like, it's just the normal amount of emails, or holy crap, we got 100 emails overnight kind of deal. Like,
it's usually pretty easy to tell when something's up.
Yeah. Slab McLarge Huge. The uncapped nature of magical training is great since it is meaningful overall. Yeah. Gragatrim, any chance Kevin had time to think about joining the Discord? I haven't asked him yet, actually. Susan, luckily, I have Eric's cell phone number. Yeah, that's kind of cute that you guys have that close a relationship. Slavic Lartude, everyone remember the fun. Everyone gets hundreds of chests just rewarded over and over as long as the client keeps running during last holiday season. Seemed baddish at the time, but didn't really matter in the long run. Good times. Oh. Sad panda.
Oh, I think I got this finished.
Oh, wow.
Basically. So, this will be a fun one to ink and give to people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No promises, just because of what I have to get done before holidays, but it's tempting. Because it's fun for me too, you know?
Yeah.
But it is a certain amount of time I have to carve out, so.
Prismatic vortex. It needs more snowballs in the snow. And then also put someone's feet sticking out of the snow. Ked says that's a really cute Dark Helper, and then Leptimus said, Dark Helper is always cute.
I mean, I'm sure I could just keep drawing little splatted snowballs for hours, maybe, but you know, there's a point
a
where
limit,
you have to, yeah.
The players can add more snowballs.
Yeah, or you can add Squiggle's feet over here, just being like, "Ow, cramp."
You just see a snorkel and a bit of a clover sticking out of the snow because it's deep enough.
When we had the blizzard of '96, I was tiny enough that I had to make tunnels to go anywhere.
Oh, cool. It snowed and Mom's like, I finally need to buy boots again because, like, for years she's just had a job where she walks to the car and walks to the house, so she didn't really need boots, but now she wants to take walks for exercise, and she's like, man, I don't own boots. It's like, oh, yeah, you kind of need that if you want to walk in the snow. Especially since the neighbors are lazy and don't shovel. Oralis, anyone else want to cover all the snow boots in silver glitter?
Oh, you are absolutely free to.
Yeah, that'd be very shiny. Very shiny. Jay says they were not alive for the blizzard of '96, but it's all the other adults talk about, which is fair because that was apparently a really big blizzard for you guys here in Victoria.
Yeah.
Where it normally rains or snows and melts.
Yeah, although more recent years we've been getting pretty consistent snow, but after December, more in like January, February.
Yeah. A little bit of snow that sticks around. Not worth the effort. Blizzard, you mean Canadian summertime. Ha ha. We're Victoria. We're not Snowpeg. Winterpeg.
Yeah. We're very mild all the time. And it very much tells, because when it snows, nobody remembers how to drive.
Yeah. Not constant enough for people to remember how to drive. Succubus Master, any Christmas New Year event? Yeah, the night before Christmas event will be starting on Wednesday, December 16th. Snow Lover TV. Yeah, Winnipeg has a lot of snow and it is very cold. Aw.
Yeah.
Maykeru, I had to deliver newspapers in some insane blizzard around then here in New York. Oh, interesting. And Modem Goddess says, getting my snow tires on here in Ontario. It's a little late. It's already snowed a few times in Ontario, but better late than never.
Well, considering the circumstances, might not have had to go out.
Yeah. Or, maybe the mechanics are overbooked, whatever. Snow White Tiger, interesting. In Vancouver, we got a couple weeks in December and then in January, but nothing else. There's, Vancouver gets rain when we're not getting rain. Yes, we're in the same location, but the weather is supremely different, amazingly.
Yeah.
Just far enough.
Well, and mountains and ocean versus just a river-ish thingy for us, and yeah. Sippleman, why are the dungeon area achievements all shown at once and all other achievements get shown one by one? The dungeon achievements, because it goes complete 1 objective, 5, 10, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly right now, for each area. So for area 1000, area 2000, area 3000, they stack that way. It's not stacking, complete area 1000 and then complete area 2000 and then complete area 3000. It's separate batches of achievements, which is why they all show at once, unlike the other ones which stack in different ways. Fly by Moon, we get snow every year, but it still always surprises drivers. And there's that too. There's that too with drivers. Pug Life 123, who are the real life Kathleen, Graham, James, etc.? They are all members of Loading Ready Run, the local group that participates in Desert Bus. So yeah, they're all people on
comedy troupe.
Yes. I watched some of their stay at home but Desert Bus stream, and Kathleen at one point had cut the mouth out of a dog picture, and so it was just her lips in the dog picture. So yeah, comedy troupe. Chaos. It's cute. We partner with them. They volunteer a tribute to be the Crusader, and we make them a Crusader with their input, so it's fun. And if all goes well, Desert Bus 2021. We'll see.
As long as the game's still going, there's not really much reason not to, so.
Yep. Sippleman. So you can't get all dungeon area achievements in a single run. You don't do one run for each achievement. Well, if you got 2, surprisingly, area 15,000 in one dungeon run, you would get all the complete 1 dungeon to that area achievements in 1 run, but then you'd still need to do 9 other dungeon runs on the 9 other objectives to get all the achievements completed. We'd also need enough power to get to area 15,000 on your first dungeon run, so that would be pretty impressive. Not worth the effort. There's an animated show where one snowflake falls on the road and people suddenly forget to drive. I would believe that. Yeah. Nika Lord, please rename all related search for Simon achievements and then carry on the event so we get the achieves. We won't be rebranding the Yogscast event, but it is on my very long to-do list to tackle those achievements. It's just mostly just the recruit ones and the Spend Jaffa Cake one we have to deal with. But wow, it's 11:05. I'm impressed. So that's been our show for Thursday, December 3rd, 2020, for the Crusaders of the Lost Idols live stream. I've been Erika, that's been Kat. Jay has been on the CNE Games account being awesome like usual, and thank you guys for coming out and joining us and asking your questions and submitting your coloring sheets. And we'll see you for next week, the last stream of the year. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be fun. Bye.
Bye.